no, there's going to be challenges and you will still succeed. And when you're first starting out, it's hard to understand like, oh, but this is my first property and I already went over budget. How are these people going and scaling to millions? And why are they still doing this? This is kind of hard. The first one's always hardest, right? And I wanted you guys to hear about this because the first one is going to be the hardest. Maybe the first few are going to be hard. And then you'll make all that money back on a single deal and more. And then you'll still have all those assets along the way. And there's huge paydays and there is some setbacks. That's just how this world works. So we're going to start the panel. I would love to calculate how much ARV we have here on stage right now. So about 10 million in properties sitting here on stage today. Yes. We just counted. That doesn't include their flips, right? If we added those, it would probably double. Yeah, way over if we included the flips. Okay, awesome. We're gonna start with, if you don't mind, just telling everybody who you are for anyone that doesn't know you. So name, where you live, where you invest.
Okay, hi, I'm Rosa, husband James. We live in Queens, New York, but he lived in Brooklyn, and I'm sure he would want me to say that. And we invest in Philadelphia.
We're Nick and Alejandra. We live in South Carolina, in Lexington. We invest in Philly, and we also invest in Lexington, South Carolina. Yeah, that's it, right? Yeah.
We're Vanessa and Anthony, and we were born and raised in Brooklyn, Bensonhurst. Actually, today is 5 years we lived in Jersey. We moved to Jersey 5 years ago today, yeah, for a better life for our children. And we invest in Philly, and that's that.
And I'm Kelly Higdon. It's just me up here. There's no spouse. Rocco, just saying. But I'm from Kentucky, so Kelly from Kentucky, and I love investing in Louisville. So that's where I'm at. In Louisville.
I'm Matt. Oh, I'm Elaine. Damn, and said Matt. Oh, well. Oh, boy. Where's that drink? And I'm allergic to alcohol, so you don't want to see that. I'm Elaine. This is Matt.
Hi, everyone.
I am from Chicago originally, but we live in Dallas, Texas. Matt's from the UK originally, has been in the States for, 20-something years. So I was telling some of the Texas folks out here, we invest along I-35 in Texas, if you know Texas. So, and we also invest in Philadelphia. Okay.
Can we go this way now? And can you guys talk about what you do for a living, if you do anything outside of real estate right now?
Sure. I'm an internal auditor for a bank.
I'm a former investment banker turned stay-at-home mom.
And I'm rep status. So I'm going to continue to grow and thrive, and let's go.
Yeah.
I'm a resigned New York City Board of Ed teacher, and now I am an investor.
I'm a retired longshoreman, crane mechanic, and now full-time investor. Yes, that felt good to say.
Hell yeah. Congrats.
Thank you.
I'm a retired project manager, gone full-time real estate investor, and I also am a full-time dad.
I'm an investor, but I have a W-2 in a safety. I'm a safety manager for a big corporation.
I'm a behavior analyst. It works with children on the autism spectrum or children with delays. I have a W-2, and I own my own company that works in that field, pretty much.
I'm just awesome. I'm a steam fitter. If you don't know what steam fitter is, we work with boilers, air conditioning, heating, in all high-rise buildings in New York City.
Can you all take maybe a minute each, take us through what brought you to real estate? Why real estate? Of all the things you could do.
So, growing up, I was like instilled in my head to go to school, get a good job, get married, buy a house. Those were the steps I needed to follow to be successful. I followed all of the steps and more. Double masters, did all the things, got married. We bought a house in New York, which is a difficult thing to do. And we're sitting down on the couch, me and my husband, and we're like, we made it. And we're looking at each other and we're like, but it doesn't feel like we made it. We feel like strapped. We were paycheck to paycheck, and it was tough. And we're like, this isn't like what real estate is supposed to be, or this is what it doesn't feel like success. Even though we both checked off all the boxes. COVID hit. Thankfully, I still had my job, but it was super slow, and he was laid off and he was home. And I just started looking into things because I was bored. And I'm like, okay, let's do the stock market. All right, let's look at crypto. All right, real estate, I guess, right? Because we're like, this doesn't feel successful. Go ahead.
I took out $75K out of my 401k for her to start trading. She started trading. I gave her 25 grand. She turned the 25 grand into 100-something grand.
Wow.
Next day, she lost it all.
Not all of it.
Of course.
Most of it. Most of it. So I was like, what'd you do? And she's like, I'm learning how to trade. I'm like, shit. So she's like, and then after that, it was just like, how about real estate? I was like, all right, let's go with that. Let's take a break from the trading. I'm like, so then real estate's the only way. It's the only legitimate way.
It's a good way. But so when COVID hit, I feel like everybody was on social media, right? Because what were we doing at home? We were sitting home. So obviously we're talking about these things, AI hears you, and all these things started coming up, right? Like real estate, so, stock market. So I came across Needy and Palak, and I'm like, I think I need to join this group. I was like, because one, they're engineers, and I'm a huge system and processes person. At my W-2, I run a building of 150 people, and there's a system and process to everything. So that really drew me in, because I was like, I don't want to think, I just want to do. So if you lay it out for me, I'm gonna follow the steps, right? Of course, that's going back to being instilled to, these are the steps, you got to follow them to be successful. So I'm like, great, let's follow them, we'll be successful.
This time it worked.
It worked in our favor, right? Because now we're sitting home and we're like, great, we got tenants paying our mortgage, and now we're sitting on the couch we don't, need to rely on the job if we don't want to, because now someone else is paying our mortgage, right? So that's how we got here.
I love that. I also love that he took out money, a big chunk of money from his retirement account, and he's like, here, risk it.
Oh yeah, he has done that more than once, actually.
Kudos to you guys. I mean, yeah. He's a brother. Does he have a brother? How about you guys?
Yeah, so for us, I think I relate with them. We were home bored too. We did the trading thing. I'm less of a risk taker though. He's a risk taker, but I was like, no. I started with 2,500, not 75K. And I was down 1,000, and this is not for me. I just too much anxiety. This is killing me. And I said, I'm gonna take my 1,500 off. I cannot do this anymore. And he was always I need to invest. I want my own company. And he found Palak and Needy. And before he was finding these rich people with cars, and that's fake. Don't trust that. That's not legit. And when I saw their video, he sent it
when
to me.
I sent there was a lunch break at work one day, and cruising through YouTube's media, and I came across Palak and Needy, and they resonated with me right away. Their story, just working nice big day jobs and having all the responsibility, but also kind of being stuck in the rat race, and felt good to me to hear it. And I thought maybe Alejandra would like this, and we could finally take that step into investing.
I got the video, and I was like, oh,
I sent it to her, and I think I came home from work that night, and she had already had us set up with an interview with the team to get started, and we did. We got started.
So I look at the video, and I'm like, oh, they're like us, just like us. Like, this sounds legit. Like, and I start looking and I reviews and like everywhere. I'm like, oh, this is not a scam. It is legit. So I had an interview. I'm like very structured. So of course, when he came home, I'm like, I really like these people. We need to do the classes. Like, we have an interview tomorrow at 10 a.m. So just prepare. So yeah, we did it. And
Green light.
yeah.
It was a green light.
And here we are.
What brought you to real estate?
He was always working, so he was the breadwinner with construction in his background and being a crane mechanic. I was a stay-at-home mom. I had my first son. 2015 is when I stopped working as a teacher. I had full intentions of wanting to go back, but then I wanted another child, and I'm like, I need to be with my kids. I had the privilege to be home because his paycheck was great, so I was a stay-at-home mom. Then comes the year that we moved to Jersey, so it was 5 years ago. We moved to Jersey. A year later, I was in a funk. So 4 years ago, this happened, a transition for me. And my kids were 5 and 4 at the time. And around that age, I was in a state of mind where, okay, I'm a mom. I don't know what to do with myself anymore. I'm depressed. I am not myself. What happened to me? Where did I go? I want to provide back to the family. And this happened because it was kind of like a bittersweet moment. He wasn't well, so he wasn't working. And
I was stressed out from working too much.
Yeah.
So it was both were hitting at the same time.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and then she came to me and said, I want to be an accountant. I want to go to school for accounting, and I thought she was crazy. I had never heard that before. But not that accounting's bad, but
Yeah, I was like, I need to get a degree. I need to
I
do
said
something.
no.
It wasn't going to be teaching. Yeah.
very random, but she wanted to do something. So that night at work, it was about a year of being stressed out at work because I finally realized I just did 20-something years. And I looked at my retirement age, and I still had another 24 years to go. And it felt like an eternity. It just for the first time in my life, I really thought about how much longer I had to do to say I could leave this job. And at that point, I wasn't seeing my kids at all or anything. So when I found out that when the point came that she wanted to go back, I sent her your video that I saw 3 a.m. at work. And I sent it to her, and then 2 days later, we had a call. And it just, your video related, and it's the same as everyone else.
Yeah.
And I actually felt better at work knowing that I was working on something to get out of work. Yes. So it kind of brought me out of my funk, and now we're here, we started and we built what we have now.
I just wanted to joke and say, like, it sounds like doom scrolling pays off.
They do. Yeah, so that's the story. I wanted to pay towards a college tuition. I'm like, you know what? Instead of paying towards like getting a degree to get, I don't know, speech or accounting, and then waiting to get the job, waiting to get the degree, then the job. I'm like, let me just jump in 3-month program. Let me spend my money instead of a tuition. Let me spend my money on this program and invest in you. And we did, and I did. And I will never look back. I think it was the best decision we ever made in our lives. And
Definitely.
a lot of women can resonate, which is why we're all here, and you picked the right community to do that with you. So thank you for that opportunity.
Amazing story.
Thank
I don't
you.
want to go after that. My story's a little bit different. I was in what I call a corporate life, just stuck in the same monotony every single day, except I made phenomenal money. I'm in sales. I can sell anything. But when it came to waking up every morning, I hated life. I hated my job. I was bound to it. I'm a single mom, and I couldn't even go to school functions, couldn't leave if I was sick. And it wasn't until being sent to the hospital for a heart attack at 40 that you wake up and you realize life is short. And I'm older now. So why not now? My first house I ever purchased when I was 21 years old. And this is what I've thrived for and lived for my entire life. And similar to you all, I jumped on Instagram. There you are. There's a lot of stuff and a lot of feeds that, a lot of garbage that goes through there, I'll say. Just a lot of marketing. But something you all have always given to us is your undivided attention when we've asked for it. And that comes with our interview too, even with Rami. There is a love behind the voice, not only for us, but for what you all do and the system that you've put in place. And if you are a risk taker, this looked like it was going to be a good investment. It's going to pay off because there's education behind it. But for somebody who is an emotional person like myself, who is thriving in the corporate world, making phenomenal money, to walk away from everything and to take a risk as a single mom on investing in myself, I never went back to corporate life. And I choose not to. We're going to continue to play this game, and each one of us are all going to grow together. And the best part about what you all have given us is this community.
I don't want to go after that.
Okay. So for me, I've been an internal auditor since the year 2000. So it's been a while. And I think worked pretty hard and climbed the ladder. And I was always thinking, hey, when I get that next promotion, we'll be in a much better financial position. We'll be much freer. We'll be able to take vacations and do, the things we want to do and invest in our kids' future and all that kind of stuff. And I really had bought into what I now kind of think is a lie, that through working hard at a W-2 job, you'll get to where you want to be. I don't think that's the case at all. And so, after 23 years or whatever, I finally got to the top of my profession. And so I'm a chief audit executive for a publicly traded bank, which for me, working all these years, was a big deal. And I got up there and I looked around and I'm like, there is nothing up here. And it was really disappointing. And I'm like, man, I worked all this time for this. And it was disappointing. There's no other way to put it. Elaine had a more vision than I have had for a long time. She always has. And she's always been interested in real estate investing. This is actually the third real estate investing program that we joined. We had joined 2 previously. Elaine found both of those. I listened to a bunch of the material, and I was like, well, but really the programs, they weren't a good fit for us. They were, make money fast, get the house as cheap as you can, and kind of, if other people get hurt, there's collateral damage along the way. Hey, too bad, they should have been smarter. Those kinds of programs. So we looked at 2 of those, and they just didn't feel right. They didn't feel good, And then Elaine found this program and told
Through
me,
Facebook.
hey, I found a real estate investment program. I'm like, oh, gosh. We've joined a couple. We've spent a bunch of money, and nothing came of it. And
He said no.
I may have said a 2-letter word, yeah, maybe.
No way.
Anyways, yeah. But when Elaine showed me what this program was about, and I realized this wasn't about screwing people over and, just getting ahead of everybody else, then, and this really is about, winning for yourself, your family, your kids, for your tenants, for the community as a whole, win, 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 win. I'm like, okay, this makes sense and this works. Long story.
But the detail that you missed was when he said no, I kept asking. I said, I really like Palak. I like her message.
Took me a while to get to know you, Palak.
He was very stoic. And you had the 5-day accelerated challenge, so I secretly took that. Because it was free. Because he couldn't complain if it was for free, right? And then I went back to him. I said, I took this challenge. I really want to make a phone call and talk to somebody at the program. He still said no. We went on vacation for a week. I moped the entire time on vacation. I was so depressed. It was our first vacation since COVID. And we were on a cruise. So we were on a cruise, and we're in the Gulf of Mexico, and I wouldn't leave my room because I was so depressed that because he said no. And then, and then when we got home, I talked to him again, and he saw how depressed I was. He says, okay, make the call. So we made the call, had the appointment, and talked to Avi at that point, and Avi just sold him. So then we joined. And here we are. And this is truly the third program that really allowed us to take that first step. We got the validation, the affirmation to take that first step in real estate investing and work towards, our goals and dreams of, financial freedom and, all that stuff, right? So thank you, Palak and E.T.
Details.
You have a second career in comedy. I don't know if you consider stand-up.
I say that all the time because I got so much material from my kids and him. Yeah.
I love it so much. So I would love to hear about, so we're very realistic here, right? We're always like, what were your challenges? What's your sandwich moment? I told Matt, F that. What about your best deal, your juiciest deal? Let's talk about that for a change. Because we're always like trying to keep it realistic. There's time and place for being realistic. Tell us about your best, juiciest deal. I already warned them. And you guys have a minute to think while they talk.
We had to ask Yolanda for permission because our shout out to Yolanda, because she is JVing with us on our best deal. We're under rehab. It's a flip property in San Antonio. This property was on the list that she had when we met up in San Antonio to look. And when we looked at the property, at first, I think you said, "Oh no, this is too much work." And then we said, "Oh no, we could do this." And then we ended up, JVing on that. So do you want to know the numbers?
Yeah, what do you guys think? Numbers? Yes. Yeah.
Yes. So we purchased the property at $103,000. Our rehab is $142,000, but our ARV is $400,000 plus. So to share that win with Yolanda when we get there, and hopefully we will. Rehab's going good.
Shout out to Yolanda.
Yeah. And shout out to Brian at RFG because he funded that deal if he's here. So.
Right when we give him a shout out.
Okay.
Amazing. So what's the profit?
I think we're looking at 150 plus, so split 50-50.
It's amazing. How long would it take to make that money in corporate? I mean, yeah.
I'm going to say that every deal is different, and every deal is precious to me in its own right. I love to buy opportunities rather than just bricks and mortar. Something we are taught from our day one is don't buy condos. I've got two. And but there was an opportunity that presented itself. And the biggest part about my game and what happened for me is that looking around the environment and seeing what the property values were, I knew that I wouldn't have to invest much in this property outright, but I could scale the rent quickly. And what I mean by that is you don't have to stay what the rent market tells you got to stay at. You can actually also play the game of making the market. And my mortgages are $1,200 a month, and I make $3,085 on one property and $2,995 on the other. So, and it goes up 5% every year. So for long-term rentals, it's a great game, So, yeah, houses, flips. I mean, we can keep going on this, but I would just also tell you and remind you that there's an end game in every game. So have some fun with it.
Yeah. I love that. I just want to give you a quick shout out. It just so happens that you're the only single woman on stage. There are many, many single people doing this in our community. But I just want to shout you out. You're amazing.
Yeah, it was our fourth property. We started trying to figure out how can we cash flow better, how can we get a better return. We started thinking about Section 8 was our end game. So our first property, our fourth property was.
We have 6 properties.
Yeah.
We bought it for.
$85K, and we put in $65K, and we were all in. It was like a mortgage of $155 hard money loan, and it winded up ARVing $244. Yeah. So, and we're cash flowing a little over $500 on that one.
Yeah.
Tell us. Juiciest. We just want like the best.
Sure. So our juiciest deal started off with a couple options. It could have been a burr or a flip. It ended up becoming a land deal. We bought. Can you talk about the land deal? Yeah. We bought like 1.25 acre lot with a house on it, which was going to be either a burr or a flip. The numbers worked both ways, and we were at that time we were still kind of knee deep in another property, so we kind of mothballed that. But in the meantime, we were working on like a subdivision. I have never done it before. I've been wanting to do it. This is a perfect opportunity to try it. Got the surveyor, the soil report company, got the septic permit, which follows the property for 5 years, so it's good for 5 years. And we ran the market analysis, our agent and I, and we're seeing like maybe 100 days to sell a piece of land. We roughly knew what it was going to sell for, but we're like, let's just put it on the market now, and we'll talk in 100 days and see what to do with it. But it actually went under contract like that day. We got 2 cash offers that day. Within 3 hours, we got 2 cash offers. So we bought the whole thing for 130, but we sold the land for 59,000. So now basically cut our price point in half, and we actually currently have 2 offers on the back lot. So all in all, I didn't have to renovate, burr, flip, anything. I just basically subdivided and sold, and we made, we will be making more than we originally set out to make on that deal.
And how much are you making?
Yeah, if we accept one of these, my agent's working right now to try to get them up. But it could be anywhere from 50 to 70, depending on what we settle on.
Without doing anything.
Without doing it, just like a couple hours of admin work, yeah.
What's your juicy deal?
Okay, our juiciest deal is probably the last deal that we just did. It's a triplex in Philly. I found it and I brought it to my realtor. We bought it for $250,000. It needed an immense amount of work. So we put in about $260,000, so $10,000 over what the purchase was. So we're all in now, what, 510? It appraised for $723,000. And it works both ways. Like we could burr it, we could flip it. If we flip it, we'll obviously make $200K. And if we burr it, cash flow will probably be around $1,200 a month. That's our juiciest deal. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the reason I specifically wanted to talk about this is we talk about like, oh, there's going to be challenges and you will still succeed. And when you're first starting out, it's hard to understand like, oh, but this is my first property and I already went over budget. How are these people going and scaling to millions? And why are they still doing this? This is kind of hard. The first one's always hardest, right? And I wanted you guys to hear about this because the first one is going to be the hardest. Maybe the first few are going to be hard. And then you'll make all that money back on a single deal and more. And then you'll still have all those assets along the way. And there's huge paydays and there is some setbacks. That's just how this world works. So, okay. My next question. So I'm gonna change the order up a bit. I'd love to know, so this is everyone here is in icons, and so that means that they're doing make, multiply, manage, all 3. Some of them have already done it. and they're well on their way to scaling their business. Some of them are trying to figure out what their business is going to be, their active business. So I'll just hand it off to Vanessa and Anthony, who've like launched their business and they're in the scaling phase, I would say. Yeah. Can you guys talk a little bit about your active business?
Okay.
So what Anthony and I do is all based from our experiences that we've had in all of our properties. Well, not all. Basically our first.
The first few.
The first few. First two. Two? Yeah. We do project management for out-of-state and local investors. We visit the property. You would send us out before you would send your lender out, the inspector, to make sure that the quality of the work or work has been completed. So we are your eyes and ears, boots on the ground. We've had a high demand of, hey, we need a contractor. All these contractors suck. They just take our money. They are not reliable. They're not doing quality work. We need someone. Can you find someone? So we have contractors on our team that we work with. We have a contractor that is going all in with us, loves our systems and processes. So now we have a contractor along with our project management services, along with our
That we combine together.
yeah. So what else?
That's what we do. So now most of the people hire us, and they hire us, and they get a vested hour contractor, and it's been working out very well
Amazing.
because they have that trust with us, and we have the trust with the contractor. So it's been going really smooth, and
How
we
many-
should hit six figures soon,
Amazing.
business-wise.
Yeah.
We probably could have already, but we slowed up a little. But
Nice.
we'll get there.
How many rehabs have you managed so far?
Burrs, we're probably at the 30. I would just, not to exaggerate, we did 30 burrs complete
Amazing.
in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, this community, this panel, they're always so conservative with their numbers. I'm pretty sure it's more, not less. So I love that. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, it was all done because obviously in the Icons program is really what amped us up to, the Icons program really amped us up to create our business and tweak our contracts and our services and all. Dhruva, too, was one of my main people who helped us tighten, the dot the I's, cross the T's, and everyone jumping in.
Yeah, we've had a lot of help with
It
the
was a
business.
lot of help bringing us to where we are today with our project management services for all you, to help you succeed.
Can I have you guys go next? Yeah. What's your active business?
Okay, so our active business is just launched. We launched in 2 states, South Carolina, specifically the Midlands, and then
You mean like a week?
like a couple weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it's brand spanking new, still has a new car smell. You know, so but that's what we're trying to do in Icons. You know, start fast, fail fast, start fast, succeed fast. You know, we're not taking years and years to start this business. You know, the idea we've had, but Nidhi and Palak have been pushing us to do it, and we finally just did it.
Can you talk a little bit about what's the name of the business? What services do you provide?
Yeah. So it's Ground Help. We actually have a website up and running now, so I'm going to miss a lot of things. You can go to groundhelp.com. It's solving pain points that we've had as real estate investors, security issues, squatters, things like this, a lack of quality help, local help. So we've built relationships with contractors in both states, and the other thing too is we want a business that's scalable. We don't want a business that I'm like not going out and banging a hammer by myself. A business that's scalable. So we have a process now for finding and vetting contractors, so that way everyone, when our clients come to us, they're just coming to Ground Help. They're not having to go out to multiple contractors and deal with vendors and material coordination and all that stuff. Ground Help is like the technology enhanced services provider. So you can just come to us. You don't have to go to a whole list of contractors. Help me out here.
So yeah, I think
So
like
bad.
we relate with Vanessa and Anthony. We had challenges. We've seen people in the group having challenges, security challenges. So if you go to the website, we have a package for security, 3 different package, cameras, like blinds, and like the package. You can go ahead and read it, and it's different like tiers of package. Then like property managers, when like our floor like was like breaking, like it's $4,000 to fix it. Like, okay, this is a little too much. So like we offer like small repairs. It's not like what they do, like a full contract thing. A full rehab is not that. It's a small tax that when you go through your property manager is going to be $1,000. It's going to be like more affordable with us. So that there are different packages for that as well. So I invite you all to please go on the website and support us.
What's the website?
groundhelp.com. We have
And if it's all right, we wanted to maybe try to start a tradition for icons. I talked to Nidhi about it before. For a new icons members that launch a business. You don't have to do it traditionally, but I want to start it.
I was just going to ask you more questions. I want to be prepared. Go ahead.
Okay.
What's the tradition?
We throw something in the audience, part of our new part of our business. And somebody can have it and always know that it came from an Icons, a new launch.
I
Icons
love
member.
that idea. Let's
Yeah?
do it.
Okay, you want to throw it? Okay. Here we go. I'm just going to spin and then close my eyes a little bit. Hopefully I don't trip. I don't want to show favoritism, otherwise I'll... Don't spin? So, I'm terrible at explaining things, but trust you, I really know what I'm doing.
I love that. So, so in India, there's a tradition when you start a business, the first rupee, like a dollar bill, the bill that you make gets mounted up on the wall because it's considered like very special. It's, everybody's nodding. Who knows what I'm talking about? It's like that.
Yeah, there you
So
go.
this is your first swag. I love it.
And for anyone here in Berkan, we gave you some cards. You are going to have 25% discount in our first if you go with us.
It's been 2 weeks. You're already like
Yeah, we have the discount. We're ready.
pitching it. I love it. This is how it should be. I love that.
There you go, Anthony. You're going to be like our second
Yes!
customer. 25% off.
Oh, Brian, you're back. You got a shout out while you were gone. Just FYI. Yeah. Amazing. So, real quick, I'm going to just like quickly get into your visions. But before I do that, I want to give one more shout out. Nick's, I think he might be the first stay-at-home dad in portfolio program, and a huge shout out. We're like here breaking traditions and setting new. Yeah. It's amazing. Stay-at-home mom, stay-at-home dad, but millionaire. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, he's really good. He really handles the
amazing.
kid. He's in the calls with the kids. You'll see my kids popping up in all the calls, icons calls.
Really awesome.
Like, yeah, it's
Huge
always
shout out to all of you. And to Rosa, I think every Burkhan, Rosa is either pregnant or...
What are you doing?
While making millions. It's crazy how you guys are crushing it while living your lives and doing all the great things. Let's do quick. Tell us about your vision. What's your big vision 5 years from now? Inspire us. Who wants to go first? Rosa is like, I know. Go
first.
I got this.
Okay, so in 5 years, I know what you're going to say. First, before what I'm going to say, my husband really wants to invest in wellness spas. So, like, saunas, ice plunges. That's something that but which I think is awesome, and I want to be a part of that. We love all the wellness stuff. So I think in 5 years, us owning either like some type of wellness spa or wellness company, right? I want to be like at 50 units. I want 50 units. I don't know why. I'm just throwing that number out there. Yeah, I mean, like, there's a big conversation in the Icons group about leaving the W-2 9 to 5. Anthony will push that. I don't want to leave my W-2. Or I mean, right now, maybe in 5 years I will. I love my W-2, but I love having the option that I could leave it if I want to. So, in 5 years, I just want to be able to have all the choices of to do what I want to do, and that me being in control of my life, instead of somebody else being in control of where I have to be and what I have to do and where I have to go. And when I can go to the bathroom, all right? But so that's where we see ourselves. 50 units, wellness spa, vacations, and enjoying our kids.
Love that.
Yeah.
How about you guys? Did you have anything to add?
I just love being awesome.
This guy. Well, 5 years is not a long period of time. I mean, it's been 3 years since we joined Portfolio. Well, this is our third BurtCon, right? Yeah.
We joined in October 2023.
3, 4, 5, so almost 6. Yeah, so about 3 years. Yeah. So, I mean, 5 years from now, I would be happy with a big enough portfolio that Alejandra can then, retire if she chooses to. Although, she loves working. Anthony, maybe you can convince her. And then I would, in 5 years from now, having a successful active business. I mean, I think those two things alone within 5 years, I think are achievable. And I mean, it just sounds so sweet, though. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You said it, so it's happening.
Yeah.
What about you guys? What's your 5 year?
Our 5-year plan, I mean, we definitely don't want no less than 40 doors.
I want good doors. I like the number 50, 100. I drive by this development down the block from my house. I want to own that one. That has about 50, but something like that. But even if it's 30 good ones, and
Our business to be well established and oiled and rocking and rolling on its own.
yes, just because we
Definitely.
want something else to pass down to the kids, and that's kind of the idea. Yeah. Yeah.
My 5 and 10 is I want 5 million every 5 years. So 5, 10, 15, 20. Like that way.
Hold my beer. Like I got it.
Exactly. It's a numbers game. So I want to be able to visualize it and see it. And I want to feel something tangible. So for myself, next year, I want 5 to 8 properties as far as burrs are concerned. I know that I want to find some type of land to develop on. And I may even hold on to it for a few years. Don't know. We'll get to that place when I get there. But I want 2 flips a year. That's the inside designer in me that I enjoy doing. And then my biggest goal in the next 5 years is I want to develop a short-term rental community on the Bourbon Trail.
Oh, on the Bourbon Trail.
On the Bourbon Trail.
Love that.
Okay, Matt.
This is where it gets real. Okay. Okay, so we want to continue this real estate journey, which is just blowing my mind. So, yeah, 5 years from now, I want to have 50 units. I want to build our businesses. We have businesses kind of at the very beginning stages. We're following along with you guys, and I'm working with you guys. So I'm developing a coaching program targeted at internal auditors. It's very early stages, but by 5 years from now, that's going to be a successful program, and I'm going to have a whole team working on it. It's going to be fantastic. Elaine has businesses. Do you want to talk about those?
Yes, so I have 3 subscription box ideas that I want to launch. So the idea of the subscription box is recurring revenue. So I've seen it done. I've seen successful subscription box businesses that make over $100,000 a month, and in 5 years, that is where I want to be.
That's amazing. The vision is what inspires me, just watching these guys do what they do. So what I'll do is just take 1 minute. What have you found the most inspirational today? Like, these guys are crushing it, all of them, in so many different ways too.
Whoa, nice.
I think they were clapping for my catch, not yours. I was going to say, I've been in the program for a while, and I've worked with everybody on the stage except for you, Kelly. But more specifically, I've seen Anthony and Vanessa grow a lot. And I heard, and I guess you talked about it, that you left your W-2 job, Anthony, and they've been working for that for a long time. And to see it actually happen, it's pretty impressive. So congratulations. That's all I wanted to say.
So I'd say, for me, what's really impressive, when I first joined and they gave us the goal of like 5 houses in a year, anybody who's new, that's absolutely doable because we did it.
Yes.
And when I'm hearing all these future visions up here, 50 units, 30 good units, new business, you got it. It's going to happen.
Love that. Thank you guys for taking the time and always just being so giving and generous to everyone in the community. We really appreciate it.
When you're ready to get serious, you can join us at theinvestoraccelerator.com.
It's like getting 1,000 episodes worth of information in 5 days, and it's everything you need to build your actionable plan to financial freedom and making work optional.